Well, hello, people. It has been a minute since I've been live. Um, you know, I've had a lot going on, and I do apologize for the lack of content lately. Um, it's it's rough because things have been really stressful. Um, I'll I'll be honest. If it wasn't for speaking with Sir Talks a lot, and I'll give him all the credit in the world for being a wonderful friend. Um, and a few other people that reached out about a week ago. I don't know where things would have been. Um, I was I was in a place about a week ago where I had another really bad depression episode, and it just discouraged me from everything because when that happens, I withdraw within myself, and it's hard for me to really reach out and talk to people. Um, we're getting to where this is the last stretch before the house hits the market. I'm trying my best to get through this next month and also pay the related expenses that have gone into this. There's been a lot that I've been able to kick to escrow that can be paid out at the end, but a lot of this is stuff that I've had to pay out of pocket. And it's one of those things where I had to give up my job to come home and work full time on the house for the past month and a half. And it's been incredibly stressful trying to get it ready, trying to do everything, trying to um, make the improvements so that it sells. You know, there was a laundry list of things that my realtor and I discussed that needed to be done, and it's between that and what the contractors are handling and what I've been handling on my own. And to go through that by yourself, and I've never been through the process of selling a home. Um, it has been, well, to be honest, and you guys know because you've been on this roller coaster with me through all of it. Even before mom died, it has been a journey just getting to this point, and things are very rough. I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, I'm sitting here as of 12:15 a.m. on an early Monday morning. I have zero groceries in the house. I barely have coffee. Uh, I yeah, I mean, I have nothing, and and it's hard. But I'm just praying that we get a good offer once the house hits the market next week, and eventually here things are going to brighten up. Um, the positive thing is there's been a little movement on the give, send, go. Obviously, if you haven't heard about the give, send, go, I've got a give, send, go going on to cover the expenses that aren't covered in escrow. And that is almost to the finish line. We only have nine $900 to go, which is amazing. And
Yeah, that's huge. That's great.
thank you to everyone
Hell
that's
yeah.
helped.
You
But
guys are awesome.
yeah, it's just incredibly tough right now. But I want to say thank you to all of you that are viewers, that are friends, that have taken care of me, that have just been there for me for moral support. Trina, who just joined the chat, is one that's been majorly been there. Tommy, Corey, Coyle. Um, the list goes on. There's a cast of thousands. Shellback. All of you that are regular viewers. Tobat. And hi, Eve. It's great to see you, honey. Terminus has been there. Even Papa Cotton has reached out here and there to check on a fool man, and even though like I joke around, I call Papa the ultimate doomer. Papa's a good friend of Becky Browen's in the house. Great to see you, Becky. Love you, dear. Sean Estep is here. Keck is here. And just I'm incredibly happy that you guys are in the chat, and thank you for supporting my content, because I know I've been content light the past couple weeks, and I do apologize for that. I really do. I'm trying my best to really kind of keep things together. So thank you for understanding that out of everything. So thank you. And I want to say thank you to RR for being here, and for wrenching, and also Trina for wrenching while she's here. Hi, Steph. Great to see you. Um, also Soul Assassin's in the house. Another monster is in the house. Nephilim brothers, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
And we have, of course, our buddy Tehillim is in the house, and Pinochet's helicopter tours. Tony, I'm trying not to get too stressed, dude, but it's hard. And Tree Rock, remember, I've been through it, and I understand. And if you ever need to reach out, if you ever need to discuss it, I've walked the path you're walking, and I'd be glad to be there for you. So remember, my GMs are always open to you, man. So, all right, let's get into the show. I introduce the panel here. Of course, we've got our longtime friend, Immortal Coil, who's back tonight. Great to see you, Coil.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. It was really, really rough, and you weren't fucking kidding with that intro, dude. Whatever the shit is, it's been going around. But the important thing is that we walked through it and survived it. I lost my mother about 2 years ago. It wasn't easy at all, and I didn't handle it as well as I could have. But we're on the other side of it now, ready to pierce the Midnight Prism and look beyond our drama.
So,
And-
like, breaking a prism is like super bad. OMG.
Oh man, I'm just thankful for everything. If everything came down around me tomorrow, one thing I can take with me that I know for a fact in my heart is, all of those of you in the chat, so many of you, I am so thankful for you guys being the friends that you are, the brothers and sisters that you've been. We haven't laid eyes on each other, a lot of us, but you guys are as much brothers and sisters to me as any kin that I could have. You guys have been there in, the triumph, and you've been there in the tragedy. And as far as I'm concerned, when you look at people that are in your life as friends, doesn't get any better than that. So remember that, folks. So, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, because it's not about money. It's not about the monetary help. What means the most is just, when the chips are down, you guys have always been there. So thank you. But
Hell yeah.
The thing I wanted to start off with tonight, yes, brutal. even us basement dwelling inbred cousins. And I'm moving to Tennessee, so I'm gonna be a hillbilly Asian, and it's gonna be a whole new set of circumstances. Let me tell you, because they don't know nothing about them hillbilly Filipinos.
Hey man, you better make some damn good Cajun food or some shit if you're gonna try to bring some Filipino to Tennessee, because they're gonna get confused real quick. So
Where'd
you
my
bring some-
dog go?
Like they'd be like, "Hey man, you seen where Cujo went? This is really good chili, by the way."
Oh shit, man. Yeah, and them rednecks, they'll never know. But
Yeah, they wouldn't.
but honestly, I'm looking forward to going south. Um, and Becky, because Becky lives up here up north, and she can vouch for this. Okay, it's a whole different world down south. And I'll tell you, when I went down there for my cousin's wedding, okay, the the difference in just the way people were. People were neighborly. People were, just strike up conversation with you. And this is the shit like that we've been missing properly in our social interactions for probably a good 15 years, because social media, the internet, and all this shit, while it's been a blessing in giving us some great friendships and some great, a great sort of sphere of influence, there's been a lot of curses to that too. And one of the thing is it's dumbed down social interaction. And the nice thing when I went down there was a completely different world, because here's people being neighborly and everything else, and just wasn't, just saying hello and things like that. It makes such a difference, because it's missing up here where I'm at. People are very curt. They're very rude. They're just not nice. And hell, most of the people running around my city anymore are meth addicts. And Becky can
Oh,
vouch, because
boy.
she's in the same general region. And so we can see it every day. But yeah, so Assassin, you're exactly right. Southern hospitality does exist. It was great. So I'm looking forward to it. And you know, I'm just excited in a sense that even though things right now are a super struggle, as I said, in the immediate, I don't have money, I don't have groceries and things like that. Even things are super struggle. In the end, once all of this gets sold and everything else, and I'm on my way down there, it is going to be a triumph. It's going to be a new beginning, and it's going to be a new chapter. And man, you guys, it's just going to be a whole different thing, a whole different thing. And so I'm excited. So Assassin said, Drew's going to be a Philly in Tennessee. Try for the police job. Drew, I hear the coworkers are very friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear they're just like
Yeah.
a blast,
Oh, man.
You're gonna have to tell people you're not Chinese like 100 times.
Yeah, I know. They don't know the flavors of Asian, man.
Nah.
Hey man, you carrying that there China bug?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm from Ohio, dick.
Yeah, another monster. Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's true right now. And yeah, Becky, that notwithstanding, yes, you can find hospitality tailgating for a game, yes. But outside of that, everyday life, no, you don't really find that. But
You don't have to hide your AR-15.
yeah, well, the property I'm looking at, because I've got a realtor that I'm talking to in Tennessee too, that's just kind of giving me the lay of the land out there. And there's a property I'm looking at right now that if I end up going after it, it might turn out good. It sits on 7 acres. There's large wooded area around it. There's an extra like nice big shed and everything, man. And the house that sits on it is awesome. Man, I could build a compound. Y'all motherfuckers could come move down with the Drew, and we could really beware the Drew because we could build a whole damn compound on that bitch.
Don't threaten me with a good time, buddy.
I'm serious, bro. Serious.
All right.
Yeah. Right now, you could move down there theoretically. We could build a compound. We could house everybody. We could build our own little community, grow some shit, and shoot our guns in the woods. We're gonna need some proper breeding women.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh man. But in all seriousness, to start off the show tonight, before we get into talking UFOs and shit like that,
Wook's about to lose his mind.
There's something that bothered me. Okay. Oh God, Pinochet's helicopter tours just clipped that. Oh God, like that. There's gonna be a meme now, like hashtag proper breeding women.
That's right. Some Kenobi meat.
Oh yeah, slip them the Kenobi meat. Yeah, but the thing is during the football game, the Bengals Chiefs tonight, and I didn't watch it because, as far as I'm concerned, once the Browns are out of it, I don't care. But the thing is so I saw the trailer that they played for Picard season 3 because I looked it up on YouTube as soon as it dropped. And and listen, as you guys know, I'm good friends with PJ, Orbital Nation. Shout out to PJ. I love PJ.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
But I have to disagree with PJ. He and I have had conversations, and I've talked to him on the phone, and PJ's like, we should give Terry Metalis a chance. I think he's going to do some proper TNG things with it. And I said, dude, I think it's a money grab. I think it's going to be the same old shit. And lo and behold, when you watch that trailer, now, if you really look at it, okay, number one, it doesn't look like Trek to me. It just looks like a bad alternate universe of Trek. This whole time, this whole show has been a bad alternate universe of Trek, okay? It's not the stuff that we're used to. It's just not. This doesn't have the layered drama and writing of a Deep Space Nine. This isn't, even later season TNG. Okay, this is just bad writing, and they're going to give you the member berries up front, but all of this messaging, all of the things that people hated about Picard are still there. They're still going to be there. You're still going to have, front and center, 7 of 9, the lesbian, instead of 7 of 9, the proper, smart, free-thinking Borg.
Yeah, the action figure comes with fully functional scissor abilities.
Yeah.
And Robo Picard, who they rebuilt old and shit instead of in his prime.
RR says yes, it's poop. It really is poop, dude. You get look, and I'm not going to take away from the actress Amanda Plummer that's playing the villain, that's playing the big bad for this. And good night, Keck. Take care of yourself. I'm not going to dog on Amanda Plummer because she is a good actress. Okay, in BSG, she played the Oracle. If you go back and watch BSG, but when you get into, they just kind of made up another big bad instead of having, an enemy that traditional Trek fans could get behind, whether it was the Romulans again or, another Klingon war or something like that. No, we get some universal big bad that comes out that nobody cares about. It's just to kind of sit there and phase out all the TNG characters. And the TNG characters at this point, I really believe, yes, Tony, you're exactly right. That was the lady that played Honey Buddy in Pulp Fiction. Yes, I actually love that sequence too. By the way, that's one of the best parts of the movie. But the thing is in Hail to Steve Kenobi, he says, "You scissors, my little ponies." No, I will never be a brony, Steve. Stop. But the thing is with this, when you look at it, it just doesn't feel that way to me. And they make Worf a pacifist? Really? Like what the hell?
Right.
Well, you see, he's all like skinny and he has white hair. He's been drinking too much soy.
I mean, why would you turn
Soy.
Worf into the soy Klingon?
Klingons aren't bitches.
No.
Stop doing that.
Just another red shirt says Star Trek Generations was a tipping point for me. Yeah, and listen, look, a lot of people will, because a lot of people are getting roped in by the member berries, and they're going to watch it, and they're going to be let down because the way that they're taking these characters is they're taking them all in. It's written from the activist point of view, and it's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly with Trek fans, and I'm just waiting for the inevitable backlash. And Doomcock is gonna be proven to be correct, and a lot of times we laugh because he comes out of left field with some of his shit, but Doomcock is probably right about this. Because inevitably people are going to be let down and disappointed by it.
Yeah, I kind of need to get in a fight with the Skull of Calderon.
Yeah,
like let there be one. There can only be one.
Andy says Terry Metalis is a d-bag. And Andy, yeah, I've seen some of his interactions, so I can't say I'm impressed with the guy either as far as the stuff on Twitter and the interactions with the fans. And hail to you, Kai. Kai is another one, by the way, who is a wonderful friend, and he has really been there for me. And thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I would like to point out, though, that he says that that's his favorite album cover, but it's just because the rainbow's as gay as he is.
But the thing is with this, and I don't know what your guys' take on it. I don't expect this to be any better than the disastrous season 1 or 2 of this show, because it was utter shit.
They're not going to fix it. They've already committed to this, so they're not going to fix it. They're not going to change directions all of a sudden on the next season and surprise everybody. Just let it die, everyone. Just let it die.
No, as far as I'm concerned, the way that Star Trek was done was when it was pretty much all good things in season 7 of TNG. And I looked at the end of that being the end of TNG. Not even the movies that came after. Just all good things was the end of TNG for me. And then, the writing that they had, I firmly believe this. It will never get any better than Star Trek Deep Space Nine, because that to me was the peak best writing of any Star Trek there was.
Alrighty.
Coyle, I don't know if you watched DS9, but
I did. Ironically, I thought that when they got Worf on, that's when it really started to improve. When Sisko shaved his head, that was the start of really good DS9. I really enjoyed Odo's arc too.
Sisko was the best captain ever, dude. I don't care what anybody says.
He did deck Q in the face.
when
I'll give him that.
he went after Eddington, and he's just like, well, fuck it, I'll just commit war crimes. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna blow up your little colony. I don't give a shit if 100,000, 100 million fucking people are refugees. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. I mean, that's what Cisco was a badass. And Andy, yes, you're spot on with that. All the TNG actors are woke as fuck. I just like the fucking Twitter feeds on those people are absolute fucking shit shows, man. You notice one of the people that isn't woke, Avery Brooks, is not woke. You don't see him tweeting out a bunch of bullshit. And again, why Cisco is the fucking man and always will be.
My problem with these people is that they have no value unless they're on a screen or on a stage, and even then they're cheapening it to the point that they're worthless.
Mm-hmm.
And they still think they're important. It's like, hey, guess what? You're just a geriatric old fuck. Just go away.
Well, and to sort of
Patrick fucktard.
To sort of bring it a little more home, I think that the watering down of a lot of our science fiction is specifically to keep our minds off of the broader possibilities. If we have people like if we have people like Mikey Spock showing us that identity politics belong in space, then we're not going to listen to people like William Shatner, who actually went to fucking outer space and had a transformative personal experience. And he doesn't pull his punches either. If you follow him on Twitter, I love that.
No, he's hilarious. Shatner tries to live in reality. He doesn't like minutia bullshit and what, and the stupidity of what I think the general culture has been reduced to. He's understandably pissed off about it, and so is everybody. I think we've been over this. We've been over this as consumers, as viewers. All of us in our circle have been over this. We're done. We've been done with this shit. And there are some people, not many, but there are some in Hollywood, the ones that are openly outspoken, that don't give two shits. Well, they'll tell you, what they think. But a lot of these are I'm going to follow the narrative because I don't want to lose my job, or I'm going to follow the narrative because, I believe in saving the planet. And if, global warming's going to kill everything. Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here with that. And by the way, we've got plenty of shit going on in the real world. And Tuesday on United Resistance, oh, God, do we have plenty to talk about, folks. I can't wait for Tuesday because we're going to have a loaded program. So just so you know. But my final thought is, if you're a Trek fan, do not get your hopes up for season 3 of Picard. It's not going to be a 180. It's not going to be anything that is going to give you satisfaction. You're just in it for a letdown. So that's my final thought on that. All right. Now, let's get to what you came for. We're going to talk about UFOs. Corey and I have been talking about this particular sighting for a solid week, because we definitely planned on having this on the show. So I'm going to go ahead and share this.
And
is there audio
sound? Yeah, there's a sound warning on this. Like there should be, because this is like the jets will blow your ears out if you're not like.
Okay.
Yeah, don't pay attention to any of this bullshit. Just click on the video.
All right.
It's the only place I could find it in a timely manner. Does anyone know of any orb-based propulsion systems?
This video is bullshit.
That
Okay, Coyle says it's bullshit. What's up?
Well, a couple things really. The camera operator turned back 3 separate times. If a pair of jets are flying that close, you're not gonna be able to distinguish between both jets.
hold on.
Now, there's one, and then he knows to flip back and look at the other one. Also, so if you look at the all right, we're gonna get into this. If you look at how close this thing looks, and assuming that it's, I mean, the jets would really disturb the amount of air that it's pushing. It would disturb everything on the ground here. It'd probably knock the cameraman over. You guys know what a sonic boom is.
I don't think they're moving fast enough to generate the sonic boom.
Yeah, I don't think they were going supersonic there.
I don't think that they were actually there. I think it's the dude just
See, it might be a fake because there are some really good video editing stuff out there right now.
There is, and I would ask whoever's watching if you could find a link to that thing. Yes, the orb was drawn in. Yeah, I agree. You could see the
Noche said
pixelation.
Hydrogen
if there was an alternative propulsion, yeah, he said hydrogen plasma. Bone says it's Fugazi. The band? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But, look how dark the ball is. History Rock.
That's
TC
what she
Burton.
said.
Hail TC Burton. Says, what the fuck are we looking at? It's a
deep
supposed
fake.
UFO sighting.
Yes, it's an alleged UFO sighting that we are currently debating.
Well, I think it's dubious. Who shot this? Where did this come from?
I don't have any sources.
Yeah, the only thing that I've believed really was the Navy footage, because that's like a Harrier that took that.
I like the Navy footage.
I
The
love
Navy footage was from F-18s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a Hornet. So with the proliferation of video editing software, the quality of a lot of UFO home videos has changed. If you look at what we had in like the late 80s and the early 90s, and even like in the early 2000s with handheld things, it's a lot different now than how people are able to capture images with their smartphones.
Hey, Eran, do me a favor. If you could get me a link to that footage from Mosul, let me pull that up. If you have a link for it, share it, please. And I'll pull that up. Hail to Tina Bojan. Great to see you. RR says, I agree with the doctor's diagnoses. Referring to Adega. Soul Assassin says, guys, what if the ball is part of a ship that didn't float? Could be another ball in a huge ship flying by. Well, the first thing I wanted to say, Soul Assassin, is it was a Borg sphere. That's what it reminded me of, dude. It really did.
We should try to get a still of the actual thing so that we could look at the pixelation of the object, because it's in those fine details. And even video analysis will employ different filters to try to see how the object was actually pasted in. It doesn't behave the way a UFO should, and that's the only way I know how to explain it. Who in the chat has seen a UFO?
No, Tollbat has. There's a bunch of people that have.
So have I.
And
I don't really have anything to substantiate my claims except for your faith in me. But I've seen a lot of weird shit. I'm here on this panel as an experiencer. We all have our little roles here. But yeah.
No, you're here as a snowflake. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, totally. I'm here from Tennessee. I'm a real estate agent, hoping to sell you a mobile home.
Dude, I wouldn't buy a trailer, man. Although it would be kind of fun to live in the trailer park. Don't you slam that trailer door, Jethro.
Night, Ma. Night, Pa. Night, Jed. Good night, Billy.
Night, Bobby Joe. You know, I don't know. Maybe the whole thing is lies, you know.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Come on, man.
Okay, so the footage for the Mosul orb in Iraq isn't available. All that's available is a single image from 2016 that shows the orb itself.
You know what you should pull up is the Mexico wave, like the Mexico City wave from like 2000, where there was multiple objects in the sky, and you can see that the way that they present on that video is a lot different than the one that we just saw. It reminds me, so back probably like 10 years ago, there was another of this kind of video where there were rotating pyramidal quote unquote ships from like Russia and shit. And again, I find those to be very dubious because I guess I would want to have you guys examine it from a visitor's point of view. Like, okay, you have traveled billions of miles across the universe to come in and check out this planet. Why are you going to send something down that like spins and rotates and has moving parts and all that shit?
All right, I don't think that necessarily we're talking about God, Jesus Christ, guy. Oh my God. No, the Soul Assassin says the footage of the UFO over the dome of the rock going down and shooting into the sky is more believable. Yes. You know, I look at it like this, okay? What if the phenomena is not spatial at all? It is interdimensional.
That's a very good point. There were some crop circle videos where it showed spheres or orbs, not quite the size of the purported video footage that we were just witnessing. But I remember seeing it on sightings where there was like this energy ball that vanished into the wheat field and then a crop circle manifested the next day. But the difference between that and let's say the guys with the rakes who were flattening shit out is that there were genetic abnormalities at the node points in the wheat shafts.
Yeah. Noche is Tony's asking, what's the one that everyone filmed from a highway during the day? Is that Mexico City? Well, I think the Mexico City.
I'll see if I can find it.
I think that might have been the Mexico City one. I know that I remember seeing that video. There was also.
It was Mexico City, yeah.
There was also, you know, don't forget, like some of there were some very, you know, and I like kind of the older school sightings, like I was a big one, like I'm a believer, like the Lubbock Lights, was one that I believe, you know, also I really do believe in that very large triangular one that a lot of people have seen across the world, the large triangular UFO. I do believe that
there's been recent sightings of that in Chile, actually, if I remember correctly.
Wait, it's in my chili?
Chile.
Oh, okay.
This UFO resembled corn.
Indeed it did. Yes. It tripped me out pretty bad.
Burned on the way out.
Only a little.
Jesus. Have you covered the Battle of Los Angeles sightings? Funny.
Shit too. Yeah.
R says the Arizona sighting was hard to miss. Yeah. Ebron says, I once saw a bunch of orbs in the early morning in the city going east to west as they flew overhead. I swear several of them formed a perfect circle rotation that was counterclockwise. Listen, I've heard phenomena like that, Ebron. I had a buddy of mine actually in, where was it? Out generally around, was it Utah? That saw something similar to that. So I'm not going to be dismissive of that, dude, because you're not the first person that I've heard that from.
So here's my thing with the multiple lights that move in different patterns and stuff like that is an advanced society like an alien civilization, let's say, would probably have advanced drone technology far beyond what we have, and the lights and stuff could literally be them doing a multiple spectrum scan of whatever's going on, so they don't even have to come into the atmosphere. Like, these little things could be their like scouting drones or some shit like that, and that's why they just disappear, and like they don't have to worry about moving too fast because there's nothing in them. You know what I mean? Like, they're probably robotic drones. They could be anyway.
Well, so check this out. This is some footage from TMZ. It's probably like a 10-second clip, but look at the difference in the way that these objects behave. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that they're not shiny like artificial lights. Yeah, shut up, dude. These things they present like natural lights, and that's because just because of the nature of extraterrestrial.
I still feel like we're looking at interdimensional phenomena.
Well, so here comes some like weirdo shit from me, but yeah, they would have the ability to access higher dimensional vibrations, so they appear to zip away because of they're literally leaving our reality and slipping into something beyond our ability to see or measure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and one theory of space travel is that you slip outside of physical space and time so you can move through it, or move it around you so that you can then come out on another side. So, I mean,
sure. And Bob Lazar, he always talks about in his sports model how they have gravity focusing devices. They're not jizzed on.
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't have the technical capabilities that does.
They don't have the penetration abilities. That's nice.
The ground-based radar. But yeah, they'll focus on a specific point in space-time and pull themselves to it or pull it to themselves. There's not really that much of a difference on a quantum level. Yeah, but so again, I'm just going to back this up and play it a little bit again, because the behavior of this versus the orb that we just saw is obviously, it's obvious.
Erin says, I know they are not birds, they were white orbs. Yeah, if they were white shiny orbs, dude, it's completely, like I said, it fits completely with what the other person that I know from Utah told me that had a similar sighting. So yeah, I'm on board with you on that, Erin. Listen, speaking of hashtag beware the Drew, just remember, guys, it's not a cruise missile, bro. It is a Drew's missile. Do you understand? I mean,
maximum impact.
Okay. That shit just it glides along aerodynamically like the cruise missile, but it's the Drew's missile, 100%. The Marby Dog said Romulan cloaking device.
See, the linear pattern of those last lights that we saw actually still makes me think of a scanning capability of drones, like because they were above cloud cover. Maybe they was doing somewhat of a cloud research, like I don't think as many UFOs come into the atmosphere as a lot of people think. I think that a lot of the stuff is unmanned.
Souls Acid says, speaking of Drew's missile, y'all see that picture of the cloud shape that looks like a badge?
Shit. I know what you're talking
I've
about.
probably seen that, yeah.
The Drew's missile. It's okay.
It's a gigantic shaft.
Oh,
Well, and so that brings up another point is Dr. Stephen Greer, if you guys are familiar with him.
Vaguely.
I'm lukewarm on that guy.
Well, he has gathered a pool of witnesses. I know he likes to self-promote quite a bit, and he is very
Hail Godzillionaire.
yeah, there you go.
$2 super chat for Godzillionaire says, woo! Drew's missile. Nice.
Thank you, Godzillionaire.
Terminus S says, yeah, Drew may be a short Asian dude, but when he's laying on his back, he's like the motherfucking Space Needle.
Well, Stephen Greer, one of his things is that he uses meditative states of mind to put out a contact call to whoever might be out there listening, and they have had a certain amount of success in calling in.
I've seen and heard him talk about that coil, and I'm on the fence about it. Like I said, I there's something about that guy. He's really smarmy, and I don't trust him. Like, he just does not come across to me as a trustworthy source.
I don't like him as a person, but the pool of talent that he has pulled together speak for themselves.
You know, I actually trust the Blink 182 guy more than I trust Stephen Greer. You know, nice Tolpat.
Catastrophic damage. That's pretty good.
Tyron Lethbridge, what's going on? Good day, peoples. Kapla. Oh man. Terminus S said the sky vagina could be Project Bluebeam making a public cervix announcement. I love it, dude. Nice comment there, Terminus. Good shit. Oh man, you know, and that's why I'm so skeptical of a lot of this shit. We know that Bluebeam. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Bluebeam is in the works. It's plugged in. It's one of the events on their fucking calendar. Okay? You know, thankfully, the House of Cards is coming down because we're seeing it come along with the Veritas stuff about COVID, all of the stuff that's being exposed right now. And the people in Davos are panicking. You know, the people controlling the people in Davos are panicking. So how long until they move up the timetable and the calendar unfolds to Bluebeam? You know, and so that's why I'm so of two mindsets on all of this shit. You know, because man, when I was a kid, you guys, and I loved talking unexplained and paranormal because it was great for your imagination and your mind could wander and you were just like, wow, there are real things in the world that nobody understands. I want to find that. You know, and I remember that's what got me interested in Sasquatch as a kid. That's what got me interested in UFOs as a kid and you know, things of that nature, cryptids, all of it. It was because of that general sense of wonder. And now that I'm older, I'm of two mindsets about it because since we've become awake, and so many of you in the chat are awake, all right, now that we know about things like Bluebeam, you know, how do you honestly, we have to take these with a skeptical eye. We really do. Because of all the psyoping that's been going on. So you can't just approach it in that sense of, you can still have that sense of wonder that you had as a child in your youth, but you have to approach it with a healthy skepticism now because you have to take into account the amount of untruth and the amount of misdirection that is constantly 24 hours a day being thrown at you. That is why it makes it muddies the water so much. And I used to love this stuff, and I still love talking about this stuff. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this show on a Sunday. But this is why I have to look at it of two minds now. And I'm just saying that, from the way that I look at things. And
you should look at everything with skepticism.
Well, yeah, you should.
Well, and always verify your sources. I'm sorry, real fast. So don't accept official explanation for anything. You have to go out and determine the truth for yourself.
Yeah.
Even don't even listen to us. I mean, if something we say interests you,
definitely don't listen to me. Like, that's a bad idea, guys.
And especially when you're doing the Southern accent.
Been doing a lot of research into the JFK assassination. What I found is there are a ton of CIA plants that are inserted to muddy the waters and plant bunk info. Yes, 100%. We know this. We know this with our media. We know this with, as we talked about before, when we were just talking pop culture at the beginning of the show. It's in everything, every single pursuit. Pop culture, news media, everything. So we have to have, as RR put it, yes, that is the thing that you must have above all is discernment. And that's what I pray to God for all the time is for discernment. Every day that I pray, I'm praying for discernment. Tehillim says, wouldn't be surprised if Klaus Schwab's own family would wipe him off the planet. Yes, absolutely.
I wish the Rockefellers family would wipe them off the planet.
It would explain obsession with genetics, yes, and that's partly why I told that. You have to. You bring up a good point, Coyle, because eventually, think about it. If they achieve their goal, if they ever achieve their goal of the culling of the population to the number that they want. Think about this. How soon till those families start turning on each other? So you're not wrong. The Rockefellers may take out the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds may want to take out the Rockefellers. Hell, probably deep down, they do want to take each other out. Because those people are probably backstabbing fucks.
They want to fight over which one of them actually are going to be the new demigods. So they're gonna use all these happenings and whatever to call in the entities that they want us to deal with, and they're going to interpose themselves as a new priest class. It's pretty nefarious.
Yeah, Pinochet. And I wonder about that. Because I wonder if that wasn't entirely CIA written. All of the stuff that is quote predictive programming, you have to wonder about it, because what was it? Just that they're foretelling. They have to telegraph their hand before they execute. This is the thing, and again, it goes with the whole idea of them being Luciferian in that nature, because by that code they have to show their hand first because of free will. Power corrupts all the time. Yes, it absolutely does. Wars are battles between the ancient wealthy families. RR says the plebeians are merely chess pieces.
Word.
And this is the thing. So that's why when we have these discussions, as fascinating as this phenomenon is to think about, we also have to look at it from that other standpoint. And I know that our dear friend Corey has to take off. It is now closing in on his time to retire for the evening. So, Corey, I will let you talk about what you got going on and where people can find you. And I'll let you retire, old man.
Yeah. I wish I was actually going to bed, but unfortunately my insomnia is in full swing right now. So after I get off here, I'm going to go probably that too. But I'm going to probably play some State of Decay since my stream last night got boomered by yours truly and I never turned my mic on. Wasn't much talks a lot gaming. It was just gaming.
I'm gonna play
So
some State of Gay.
yeah, pretty much. I'm enjoying it so far, kind of. I mean, I like the amount of damage I can do to zombies. It's fun. But yeah, other than that, tomorrow I will be doing my normal Monday panel stream. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna learn some Spanish. I found a phrase book that's really fun. And then the usual shit during the week. Yeah, you guys know what it is. You guys know what the Dix Division's all about. Come on. Yeah, stay sexy. Don't get murdered. And have
All
a
right.
wonderful time. Yeah.
All right, my friend.
I'll catch you guys later. Have a
All
wonderful
right,
night, everybody.
Take it easy.
Don't get abducted. The anal probing's not a good idea.
Subscribe to Sir Talk a Lot. Make sure that you support his channel and his.
Yeah, I guess you
content,
can
which
do
is
that,
awesome.
but
All right, bro.
See you
We'll
guys.
see you next Sunday.
Peace.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah. So Eren, you know, as far as this channel, our schedule is Tuesdays at 6:55 p.m. We go live for United Resistance. That is Eastern Standard Time. And then just after midnight on late Sunday evening / early Monday morning, we go live for this show, which is the Midnight Prism. And you couldn't have two different contrasting shows, because United Resistance is all about politics, geopolitics, current events. This show is about the unexplained, the paranormal, and kind of daring to believe in certain things, but also approach it from a standpoint of discernment, as we were talking about earlier. So that's the way we do it. But you know, inevitably, we have a lot of crossover with the content of United Resistance and this program, because you know, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, and it's getting to be that every single day. Drew's wearing lots of cock rings. They are all UFOs that tried to abduct him. Nice. You know, also a note on content. Again, I will start to stream some video games once I get moved. And one of the first investments I intend to make is getting some new gear to stream with and things like that. I will get back into doing gaming streams regularly on Twitch, because I really, once I get moved and situated in my new place, I intend to really lean into content creation, and I really am anxious to do that. You know, it's what I want to do, and I also want to do more citizen journalism and vlogs and all kinds of things. So I know a lot of things that I want to get into, that I'm saving for after I get established in my brand new start. So, you know, got that to look forward to.
That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, RR says distortions of clown world blur the line between reality and illusion. Yeah.
Yeah. Discernment's the magical word right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Oh yeah, Terminus. Look, I love my friends, and you know, you guys know how I am with my friends. I am fiercely loyal to the people that treat me like family. I treat them like family. You know, and one thing you will always get with me is I keep it real. I am not a clout chaser. I am not you know, circle jumper. I don't jump social circles to suit myself. Okay? If you treat me the way that you would want to be treated, and I treat you that way, we're good. We're good. We treat each other like friends. We're good to one another. We got each other's back. That's all I care about. You know, if you want to ever collaborate, I don't care if you have 5 subscribers or you have, you know, 500,000 subscribers. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is you have something to bring to the table. If you're collaborating with me, and I have something to bring to the table, if I'm collaborating with you. But you're never precluded from a spot on one of my programs because of your channel size or because of your circumstances. If you have something to say about a certain topic and understand that topic and you have good knowledge about it, you're welcome. And that's the way that I always approach things. That's the way that I approach my friendships. You got to be 100% as real as it gets, and you will always get that from me. That's why people appreciate the way that I do my stuff, because I'm never going to change from that. Exactly, RR. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Exactly. Solus Acid says, show respect, bet respect, but that friendship disappears. We're picking up ladies at the bar, Drew. Oh, let's not get doing some jack, my friend, and then going and trying to get phone numbers, homie. Oh, because it's on. Because, it's going to be like old school Ric Flair, like, you gotta walk that aisle and ride Space Mountain. Woo!
Completely different than Splash Mountain.
It is different than Splash Mountain, dude. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. It turns into Splash Mountain after they jump on.
If you hit that right spot there.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
That's my opinion!
Yeah, the singer from yeah. All right.
Oh man. But no, I look at this phenomena, it's fascinating discussion because here when you're dealing with all the psyops that we've been under and all the unbelievable things that actually we found out are reality. Okay. What's not to say in the end that this is technology that, the governments have that they're manipulating the citizens with. And that's all I'm saying. That's why I can't be fully on board as to, oh, well, this is just interdimensional visitors, or these are visitors from outer space. Much as I want to believe that, much as we grew up on that sci-fi narrative, putting that in our heads, the reality of it is we need to keep an open mind about it.
We do, but there also should be a consideration that the government does have access to advanced technologies, which they're trying to use to convince us to accept this 9 to 5, get in your car, go drink coffee and go work, kind of reality. But there's also efforts from more highly evolved beings to try to pull us out of that headspace, to say that, hey, the universe is a lot larger and a lot more wonderful than what you guys are being led to believe. So it's really a perception war, and you have to do your due diligence to clear up your antenna. There's a lot of, like in the 90s, all that Space Brother channeling, Ashtar Command and all that kind of stuff. Again, it's like a means of removing you from your own direct experience of what Palpatine was just calling the great mystery. If you have somebody interposing themselves between you and all that is, then you're going to give away your free will or your right to explore that and say, like, yep, that's right. And that's really no different than Moses coming down off the mountain saying, like, okay, here's what the cigar shaped thing in smoke wants us to do from here on out.
Yeah. The cigar shaped thing is
bush on fire.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Cigar shaped thing.
I did not have sex with that woman.
Oh God. Um, three amber colored lights in triangle shape with a bright light later center of craft is what I saw. Yeah.
So that's very consistent with the TR3Bs.
Yeah. Tobat was at a 311 concert and they were saying, Amber was the color of your energy.
Totally.
That's what it really was. No, I'm kidding. Pinochet says something like the JFK assassination could not be pulled off today. I don't know. They really could do a lot of shit. They can fake history with the deep fake shit, Pinochet. I'm telling you. You know, that's why you have to ask yourself how much of history, you guys, has been manipulated by psyops.
Well, and you've seen that too on CNN when the green screen fucks up and the people that are supposed to be out in the field
Yeah.
are revealed to be inside of a studio, and
Yeah.
they have a camera set up in a hurricane shot or whatever. Wind
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. And by the way, folks, listen, if anybody you guys, like I said, I have no no food at the very second. If anybody does want to shoot over like $20-$30 so I could get a meal in the morning, it would be much appreciated, just so I could get coffee and a meal. And even if you need me to pay you back, it's no problem because I should have something in the bank by hopefully Tuesday. So, you know, if somebody can shoot
Should
me
throw out Jew's link again. Yeah.
$25-$30 till tomorrow, man, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, man. Pinochet said that there were 3 people with cameras at Dealey Plaza in 1963. Nowadays, everybody has a camera. Yeah, you know, but the thing is, dude, is again, you can manipulate footage real easily out of these phones. That's what they make them specifically so you can manipulate footage. That's the thing. History has been deliberately obfuscated. Yes, dude, they're pushing our you know, and I don't know if you folks have seen this, but they're pushing the 1619 project on what was it, Netflix, Hulu, one of those was pushing that, and they turned off the replies for it. It's an ad that's running over Twitter right now. They actually turned off the replies for it. So that ought to tell you right there. They don't even want people pushing back and saying you're pushing bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and that's the purpose of shows like that Queen of England show where she was a black woman instead of a, you know, and that's the social engineering element of it. If they can control your concept of who you are and where you've come from, then they can get you to lay down and spread your cheeks, essentially.
I mean,
Not on this channel.
yeah, I mean it's crazy, you know, and that's what I think is so it's so sinister, man. I hate I hate the way that that we've been manipulated and brainwashed to continue to be by all of these forces that want us to basically want to shatter reality for people.
Well, yeah, and then that also goes to show how powerful of an energy source we are, that they want to bend that to their own energetic needs. You know, that's one of the things. If you've ever read David Icke, he's talking about how the negative entities can't feed on
You
high
know,
evolution.
Pinochet. Yes, I thought about that. You know, and it's very easy to mistake that at night. But if they don't have the typical color running lights, then you really start to wonder. And if they're more triangular, then you also really start to wonder.
One, a lot of those triangular craft fly a lot slower than or capable of flying a lot slower than
Yeah.
earthly aerodynamics dictate.
You know, I wonder. Hey, look, there's you know,
That's right, Kyle.
there's only one. There's only one king.
Yeah.
It's really King Diamond. Grandma.
You go on, Kang. CRR, I think it's more cunning and lingual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just the thing. If it's up to us to really determine our reality, and they're trying so hard to get us to agree on a mass level to participate in something less than ideal, then what does that say? As how does that speak to our ability to create? You know, if we say we do like Drew's is suggesting, we start our own compound, we come to our own conclusions, we have our own science, we have our own ways of autonomy, then what happens if we come to a different conclusion as a result of that lifestyle than the one that CNN and the Republican Party wants us to, adhere to? We would liberate ourselves. We would have no need for external authority. We'd have our own direct experience of the divine or of the interdimensional wider reality. We'd all be Buddha. We'd all be Christ.
I'm Buddha. I'm Buddha. Smoking the Buddha.
So you ladies, why don't you rub Drew's belly for some good luck?
Hey, Soul's Acid says J-Law discovered America and went to the moon first. Drew, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
V2 top speed is classified for a reason. In 1958, the U2 was at 75,000 feet altitude. Yes.
Yeah, he had to stop and turn around because he was going to run into the wall of Antarctica, right?
Never mind the SR-71. Absolutely.
Right.
Breakaway civilization. You're not wrong about that. Dude, Iran, thank you. It was at least fucking 18 years ago. The group of orbs I saw was during the time the George Michael Sports Machine. I love that fucking show, by the way. I love that show. That was a while ago. That was like the based highlight show. Remember that, Iran? It was like the one that you turned off fucking ESPN because you got sick of Chris Berman or whatever doing the highlights. So you went over to fucking George Michael Sports Machine and you watched the fucking highlights there. It was like better for some reason.
Well, let's highlight that Stream Elements thing. TZ Burton just tipped $10. Thank you,
TZ Burton. Much
there you go,
bro.
I was on the phone with Drew earlier today trying to teach him how to dumpster dive. So thanks. He's not going to have to now.
Yeah, I won't have to dumpster dive. I can actually eat tomorrow, thankfully.
Yeah. You remember that Jane's Addiction song, Been Caught Stealing? I was going to put Drew in drag and teach him how to steal.
Oh, I thought you were talking about standing in the shower thinking and I'm pissing on myself. No.
Yeah, that's Drew's OnlyFans. You can tip him $10. He'll do all kinds of shit for you.
Oh God. Oh man. Yeah. Thanks, RR. But you know what? Somebody needs to make a cruise missile and just say no. Nothing can stop the cruise missile. I need a fucking meme of that. I really do.
I'll just get a tat on your dong, dude. You can do that.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
The cruise missile is what hit the Pentagon during 9/11. That's the real conspiracy.
Right.
It wasn't a plane.
Well, that's why they had to go and snatch up all the footage from all the gas stations and shit. You'd see like Drew with his pants down, just pumping the side of the Pentagon.
Yeah. I was like, man, this Pentagon-shaped cock ring. Monkey Jeeva says Drew's sticking Mexican Coke bottles up the back door. Oh, God. I hope not. Oh gosh. Well, no, we had some. Listen, we had some interesting sightings that we talked about today. Speaking of interesting sightings, TZ Burton said a New Finland figure skater has a big dong for a girl, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh God, man, that's so
Some
terrible.
broad shoulders on that woman.
Yeah.
She even fell down. She tripped over something.
For those of you
Her
guys
and
that
Michelle
actually
Obama ought to get together.
for those of you guys that actually were sports fans, and listen, I played sports, I watched sports. I will probably die a sports fan, not gonna lie. I've always been, baseball, basketball, football. Football being first, then basketball and baseball. But the thing is I hardly watch it now because a lot of the stuff, and I know that the leagues have sold out to woke and everything, but the sports themselves, I will always like them. And I remember back in the day, specifically, um, the thing was they used to have these commercials, and there was one for baseball, and I know that Eren will remember this. There was a, a commercial with a baseball player from, I believe he played for the Blue Jays, didn't he? Fred McGriff, and he always would advertise this video of baseball drills by this guy named Tommy Mansky, and they guaranteed it to work. It was like the most awesome thing. I remember you could order it for only 19.95 or something like that. Or yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, get
What's up,
back to the
buddy?
ladies.
You look like Rick Rubin.
Kai says, "Wow, Drew, I didn't know you were into all the gay stuff." No, I'm not into all the gay stuff. No butt stuff. It's great to see you, Ruben. I hope you're well, my friend.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, it's just a piece of trivia. I want to remind you guys about that. Those of you that are as old as I am and watched baseball back in the day, you remember Fred McGriff and you remember the Tom Amansky drills video that you could order. Good old VHS when VHS was revolutionary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man! But listen, guys, we are going to wrap up. I want to say thank you, and again, I appreciate you, my friends. You guys have really, really helped and stuck by me and been great to me. Through this whole process, even before Mama Heretic died till now. And I thank you. I really do from the bottom of my heart. You are my brothers and sisters, and we are our brother's keeper. We look out for each other. And I got you. And I know that y'all got me. And thank you again so much for all the help. And I really do appreciate it. And Coil, let them know. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Yes, sir. I am on a YouTube/Immortal Coil. I'm currently at 396 subs. So if you guys can get me over 400, that would be mighty awesome. I got a couple of videos that I'm working on, and then you can find me around Drew's channel. We'll do the Tuesday night thing, and then of course Sunday nights, Midnight Prism. And it's good to be with you guys. I've missed you. Best chat on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, guys, things are a struggle for the moment, but as soon as we get through this next week and a half, and the house gets on the market, and things start moving, this next month, okay, after February's over, yours truly is going to be packing up, heading to Tennessee for a brand new start. And I'm looking forward to it because as far as what the last update that my realtor gave me, we actually, as soon as we hit the market, we have an offer waiting. So, so that's good. So this might be just a simple 30-day process after next week, and I'll be out of here. So, I'm looking forward to it. That new start is in sight, you guys, and I'm so close. I'm so close. No way in hell am I moving to Memphis, TG Burton. To give you guys an idea, just to give you guys an idea where in Tennessee I'm looking. I'm looking in that East Tennessee region, or all around the greater Knoxville area. I don't want to move to Memphis. I don't want to move to anywhere else. I want to stay in East Tennessee. I really like it. So, I'm sticking around East Tennessee. And the property that I have an eye on at the moment is in Jellicoe. It's the first town, if you're coming down from Ohio through Kentucky, it's the first town after Kentucky, actually, on I-75. So a town of about 2,500 people. So if I end up getting that property in Jellicoe, well, I'll be living in Jellicoe, Tennessee. What about Vegas? Kai, Vegas is far from Tennessee. What are you smoking, brother? Yeah, Vegas is complete West Coast. Tennessee's more just Midwest. I guess it's considered Midwest. Yeah. Coyle, that would be considered Midwest, wouldn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's considered Midwest. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. And the reason I'm going to East Tennessee, just saying as far as that, I do have an elderly aunt and uncle that live in Farragut, which is a suburb of Knoxville. I also have a couple of cousins that live in Farragut. And then I have a couple, my second cousin that just got married lives in Harriman. My other second cousin lives in Lennar City. So I've got a lot of peeps by there. So that's why I'm looking at that East Tennessee area, because at least I've got some family to fall back on. And, little bonus, my cousins grow weed, my second cousins. So, if I do need income opportunities, they're plentiful, I should say. So, anyways, I want to thank you folks again for another lovely evening on the Midnight Prism. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I will see you on Tuesday for United Resistance. Much love. Peace. Laters. I almost hit the Midnight Prism intro again. We almost did a double dong intro, bro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, True Sailor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinny.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? You didn't get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tone Death rocking.
We have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Mark the Knight.